Hello, people of the internet. Hopefully you can hear me over the sleet and rain and everything else that's going on outside. Pretty crappy. So doing something quick. I keep looking away. I'm terrible. Doing a quick job. So my Volvo isn't quite old enough to be biodegradable wiring harness run of cars, which was a thing back in the 80s. Mine's mid-90s. Mine's 95, so mid-90s. Pretty much last run for the 940 series. I think the next year they switched over to the rear-wheel drive S series. Anyway. So my front turn signals give me a little bit of a fit. I have cleaned and tried to correct and basically avoided what is the bad in the harness. It's just broken down. It's corroded. They don't make, or at least I cannot find any available bulb sockets that go in the lens assembly. You can buy a lens assembly, that's fine. And I also, while I could repair the plug-in, because it is pretty standard bullet connector, they have, corrode welded to the back of the bulb socket. So I opted for changing them out completely. And I think on turbobricks, I seem to remember there's an old, one-line thread, hey, I converted the 3157 bulbs and it's fiddly and I use GM sockets. It's real quick and simple like that. I should have set up a tripod. Yeah, so started this, just ordered some 90s GM sockets, and they won't fit because of the way they're 90-degree bracket on the socket. And the Volvo ones are straight, and they just need to go straight. So what I found was some off of late 90s, early 2000s miscellaneous Toyota 3-wire, and I actually kind of like them. So let's look at what I got here. Hold on. What do we got? So there are these. Takes 3157, as I stated. It's that, and then somewhere I have the rest of the pigtail. Well, here's one that's assembled, and then it comes with a pigtail. And I took mine out and soldered them in and heat shrunk them. These, before anybody gets all woobity, those are for my Euro markers on the side. I did test it. If anybody cares, black is ground, white is your marker, green is your blinky. And on these, when I tested them, they didn't come with a harness, and I didn't try to hunt down a wiring harness. Black is still ground. Red, I went to marker, which is again white on the Volvo harness. And then yellow up here, I went to green, and they seem to function pretty well. You do have to cut out, I don't know. Okay, so forgive this one. Cutting away in here was for when I was trying to test fit the GM one. Anyway, with the Toyota ones, you do have to cut a significant amount of depth out of this. It probably took 12 mil, ½ inch, somewhere in that ballpark out of it. Also on these, you got 2 ears, right? Well, originally they come with 4. They come at the 12, 3, 6, and 9 positions. So I just snipped off 2 of them, and everything works pretty well. I will say this aftermarket lens assembly, that one there is still an original Volvo, or if it's not, it's a very old OEM quality replacement. This marker is a more modern replacement marker. They're the ones that are readily available. It's not bad, but I did find that it was a lot more fiddly fitting it to this housing than it was the old Volvo housing. So, beware. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's pretty straightforward and everything works. It gives you a modern bulb style, which there's no performance or any functionality gain out of it. It's just a more modern bulb style as the older socket bulbs start to be obsolete. And the other thing that I was going to mention, if you're real slick, and I didn't think of it until later, if you're real slick and smart, what you will probably do is you will depin these and depin these and put this pigtail right onto that. And then you have what looks like a fairly OEM harness assembly, pigtail and all. Yeah, I know. I actually like these guys. I don't remember. I know people hate LED bulbs, but I like these guys. What are they? Ala lighting. Yeah, I'm not sponsored. I've been using these guys for a while. There's the part number. I like them. They just work. I don't get a lot of issues with them. Some stuff will obviously have issues. I've already put an electronic blink or flasher in this, and I don't get error mess. I don't get the warning light or anything like that with these. So let me finish this one up, and man, we'll finish this one up. I'll power everything up. I'll turn the blinkers on and show you they work. All right. So you can see harnesses are in. Everybody's attached. I did run into a snag with those bulbs, and I ended up having a set of, I don't remember, Philips, Sylvania, Wagner, one of the name brand 3157 NAs, and swapped them in. When I tested those, and I do generally have good luck with those Ala lights. When I tested them, I only had one in, and it was functioning fine. When I put them both in, I wasn't getting the bulb service light, but they were only lighting up in park. They wouldn't blink for the flashers. So swapped out to the name brand bulbs, and so far so good. So we got that's on. Hit the hazards. We got blinky. Again, I probably should have set up a tripod. Sorry about all this. I'll do that. And this. And see, everybody's blinky. We got blinky. Blinky. And one more. Makes all 6. All right. So, pretty quick, easy. Again, no performance. I guess maybe not much functionality. You can do other things. Like I said, you could repair those factory ones. I wasn't into it. It's 30-year-old, and the only pieces you can find are used ones. Like I said, this is 95. 96, they changed up some stuff. So there's a lack of interchangeability. 95 down, there's a lot of interchangeability. And, when it comes to getting used parts, I got nothing against used parts. I like used parts. I used to build a lot of stuff out of junkyards. You got to take into consideration age and what you're dealing with. And 30-year-old plastic, 30-year-old wiring harnesses, stuff like that. It's a crapshoot. And I don't like it. I've had mixed luck over the years. It's, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's not a big deal. But, yeah. So, simple upgrade, especially if your sockets are bad, or, like on that one, when I got to the right-hand side, some of the wire insulation down at the end was cracked and broken. So I had to strip it back a little bit further before I could make the repair. The rest was good, but, right where it connected to the bulb socket. So, you got to watch out for stuff like that. You got to be aware of stuff like that. And you don't like it, you don't like it. I don't blame you. Anytime, if I ever have to replace one of those markers again, it's going to be a half hour standing there with a file and going to town until things fit right. You know, it's fiddly. And I definitely recommend doing it by hand. Just hitting it with a power implement, you're likely to take too much too fast. You know, it gets away from you real quick. It's just easier to do a lot of times hand when you're doing custom fitting it like that. You know, take it for what it is. It's advice from people on the internet. But yeah, everybody get out, have fun, and if you're in my neck of the woods, go enjoy this shitty day. So, bye.